All right, hi everyone. We want to touch base with you about session 2 for Moodbusters. First of all, some of you attended a parent session tonight for your group. We had one tonight and we're having one next week. So if you went to the one tonight, you don't have to come to the one next week. If you didn't or you weren't invited to the one tonight, we would ask that you come to the one next week. And that will be from 3 to 4 here at the Education Center. If you have any questions, please send an email to your facilitator and we can make sure that everybody has the right information about that. So for today's session, we wanted to just let you know a little bit more about what we've been doing in group. First of all, every week we do a check-in using a feelings intensity chart. So that chart rates your feelings from mild to moderate to very intense on a scale of 0 to 10. And so right now we're just looking at feelings of sadness and depression. We'll look at other feelings after that. So it might be something that you want to just introduce into your daily life if you're looking at a problem with your kids and asking them how are they feeling, and they say I'm feeling sad. You can say, where's that on the scale? Are we talking a mild sadness, moderate, or really intense? And it'll help you gauge how much distress the problem is causing your child. So that might just be something you want to start using in your vocabulary with your child when you're problem solving together. The other thing, last week we were identifying what problems children face, and this week we're introducing them to the 5 steps of problem solving. So the first is exactly that, identifying the problem, which we started last week. So if your child is saying, I'm feeling mad, that's not the problem. We're saying, what is it that you're mad about? What is causing that feeling? And so it could be that they had a conflict with their siblings, or they didn't like something that you said, or they had a problem at school, and then sort of working out, okay, that's where we're starting, that's the problem. The next thing is to just generating, what are your choices? How might you solve that problem? And brainstorming a bunch of ideas about how to solve that problem. Step 3 is then looking at what would happen if I made that choice. Sort of what are the consequences, good and bad, of making that choice? And then finally just making a choice and doing it and seeing what the outcome is. And once you've done that, you've made that choice, the final step is going back and evaluating it. Was that a good decision? What was good about it? What was bad about it? Would I make that decision again? Was that a good way to solve my problem? And so part of this is really working through those steps when your children are facing a problem. Now, if they're really in distress, having high, intense emotions, that's probably not the time to work through the problem-solving sheet. But maybe when they're at a more calm state, helping them to practice that skill, and then eventually they'll be able to do it in their mind and work through that. So we've sent home in their books this solution detective sheet. There's 3 sheets, so some students are committing to do 1 sheet this week, others are committing to do 2 or 3, and they can identify a problem that they're facing and walk through how they might solve that. So again, if you can support them in doing the homework, then you'll see more success and more symptom reduction more quickly, and so they'll be able to learn the skills if they're using them in their everyday life. The other skill that we taught them is called the last skill. They are friendly skills about how to interact with others. So often when students are having issues with mood, they get out of practice of using friendly skills with other people, causing them to be more isolated and more lonely, and therefore decreasing their mood even more. The last skills just are really simple. L is for look, make eye contact. A is for ask a question about someone. So, oh, what did you do this weekend? Or, oh, what kind of things do you like to do? Or what kind of video game do you like? S is for smile. So often when we're feeling low, we no longer smile. We don't practice that enough. So smiling. And finally, the last S is saying something positive about yourself. Oh, I went to see this movie and I really enjoyed it. Or I really like doing doing artwork and I really like to draw. So just practicing those skills. You can practice them together at the dinner table. Maybe it's just making more eye contact, helping them, encouraging them to smile and do those kind of things, practicing those last skills. Again, have a look at your child's book and you'll be able to read through this in more in depth with them and have a look at what they were learning in group this week. Finally, if you didn't get your video consent form in, we would really love if you could do that so they could be part of the video component of the group. So just sign it and send it in. If you've lost it, please send an email to your facilitator and we will make sure to get you another one. And that's it. Have a great week, everyone.